A 2-year standout for the Chaparrals and fellow Hall of Famer DiMatteo, Kris Morton Holtquist, helped her teams reach the NJCAA title game twice, finishing second in 1997 and winning the program's first NJCAA championship in 1998. She was a first-team All-American in 98, along with earning All-Region 4 and N4C honors the same season. An educator. We can't have enough good educators, right? I'm a product of one, and I'm married one. That's beautiful. An educator and coach right here in Glen Ellyn. She spent 10 seasons as an assistant coach at her alma mater, right next door at Glenbard South HS. Her team's placed at 5 Illinois State High School state tournaments, winning championships in 2012 and 2013.
My name is Michelle Moffett, and I am deeply honored to stand before you tonight as one of Kris Morton Holtquist's dearest friends, or as most of you know and call her, Morty. I couldn't be more proud to celebrate her incredible achievements and to speak on why her induction into the COD Athletic Hall of Fame is well deserved. Although I didn't personally know Kris before our time at COD, I certainly knew of her. Playing against her team in travel ball and high school softball, her at Glenbard South and me at Downers Grove South, there was no forgetting her. Who could? That long blonde hair, her commanding presence at first base, and of course, the unforgettable sight of a first baseman doing the splits to make the play. She was already a force to be reckoned with before we even became teammates. Kris was practically destined to be part of the COD family. Her parents, David and Linda, met at COD, and their story started on this very campus. The legacy continued with both of her daughters took the field in a Chaparral jersey. That added to the strong Morton tradition. Fast forward to the fall of 1996, I had enrolled at COD with no intention of continuing my softball career, but fate had other plans. A classmate who was a good friend of Kris from high school encouraged me to try out for the team. I did, and I am beyond grateful because it led me to one of the most meaningful friendships and rewarding experiences of my life. Not only were Kris and I on the same team, but we quite literally formed one side of the infield. Kris, the brick wall of a first baseman, and me right there at second base. And let me tell you, Kris was unstoppable. She would sacrifice her body, stretch in ways I never knew was possible, and do whatever it took to get the out for our team. That first year together, we built an unshakable trust and a bond that was truly inseparable. Having Kris by my side at first base made it more difficult when I had to move to shortstop the following year. But regardless of where we stood on the field, Kris remained the heart and soul of our team. Kris's talent, work ethic, and leadership earned her a spot as an All-American in 1998. That same year, she also earned All-Conference, All-Region honors, and was recognized at the College DuPage Defensive Player of the Year, a title that perfectly captured her fearless, all-out style of play at first base. Beyond the individual accolades, she played a pivotal role in our team's remarkable journey to the national championship game in both 1997 and 1998. In 1997, we placed second, but in 1998, history was made. The College of DuPage softball team won its first ever national championship. What truly set our team apart was a unique blend of joy and purpose we shared. We had an incredible amount of fun, laughing through practices, sharing inside jokes, and I mean a lot of inside jokes, creating memories that still bring smiles to our faces. Yet amidst all the laughter, there was an unwavering vision to win. Our team chemistry was what turned a group of talented individuals into a cohesive unit. We trusted each other, supported each other unconditionally, and celebrated each other's successes as if they were our own. The camaraderie we built wasn't just about playing softball. It was about forming lifelong friendships and a sisterhood that extended beyond the field. As teammates, we were there for each other through every high and low. That bond, that sense of family, was the cornerstone of our success and remains one of the most cherished aspects of our journey together. While I was lucky enough to play with Kris on the field, I know with absolute certainty that this sentiment is shared by every single one of our teammates. The deep bench of talent that made our championship team was fueled by a collective energy, and Kris was a major part of the spark. In fact, several of our former teammates are here tonight to celebrate Kris. A true testament to the impact that she has had on all of us, both on and off the field. Her influence goes far beyond her skill at first base. It lies in the relationships she built and the inspiration she provided to those around her. One of Kris's favorite memories captures this spirit perfectly. The bus ride home after clinching the national championship in 1998. As we traveled back, the entire team sang Madonna's "This Used to Be My Playground" from A League of Our Own. The lyrics, filled with nostalgia and reflection, resonated deeply within us. It was the end of an era and the beginning of lifelong memories. That moment wasn't just about celebrating a victory. It was about honoring the journey, the friendships, and the countless hours of hard work that led us there. Kris was the perfect blend of authenticity and discipline. She had the incredible ability to balance intensity with joy, knowing exactly when to bring out her competitive fire and when to lighten the mood. Her leadership was just not about skill. It was about her heart, dedication, and unwavering commitment to her teammates. Kris's journey didn't stop at COD. She went on to play softball at Illinois State University for 1 year as their first baseman, bringing her talent, dedication, and leadership to their team as well. Her ability to elevate the game and inspire her teammates carried over to ISU just as it did at COD. And let's not forget, Kris helped coach her former high school team to back-to-back state championships in 2012 and 2013. Her impact on the game started early and only grew stronger from there. In her most recent years, Kris has continued to bring her skills and assets to the next generation. She has dedicated herself to coaching her daughter's softball team, passing down her knowledge and passion and love for the game to young athletes. In addition to coaching, Kris has made an incredible impact as a physical education teacher at an elementary school, shaping the lives of countless students and instilling in them the same drive, the discipline, and teamwork that made her such an exceptional athlete. Tonight, as we celebrate Kris's induction into the COD Athletic Hall of Fame, we honor not just the remarkable player she was, but the extraordinary teammate, leader, and friend that she continues to be. And she joins great company with our former coach, DiMatteo, another COD legend whose leadership and legacy helped shape the very foundation of the softball program. Kris, your induction is not just a personal milestone, but a celebration for all who have been inspired by your journey. If I only had 5 more minutes to talk about you, I would, but I don't. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor. Chaps, me meet.
Kris Morton Holtquist, a 2-year standout for the Chaparrals and fellow Hall of Famer DiMatteo. Kris helped her teams reach the NJCAA title game twice, finishing second in 1997 and winning the program's first NJCAA championship in 1998. She was a first-team All-American in 1998, along with earning All-Region 4 and N4C honors the same season. An educator and coach in Glen Ellyn, she spent 10 seasons as an assistant coach at her alma mater, Glenbard South High School. Her teams placed at 5 IHSA state tournaments, winning titles in 2012 and 2013. Please welcome to the stage, Kris Morton Holtquist.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today and accept the induction into the College of DuPage Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all the inductees on your nominations tonight. We've heard some great stories, and you're very well deserving of this award. When I think back to my time here on the field and in the classroom, and the people who helped shape my journey, I'm filled with gratitude and pride. First and foremost, I want to thank the College of DuPage for this extraordinary recognition. This institution gave me a home to grow, not only as an athlete, but as a person. I'm forever thankful for the opportunity to wear the green and gold. We wore gold back then. I think we dropped it since then, but I guess I'm going to sidebar here, but my dad was one of the first of the College DuPage class, and my mom too, and they didn't have a campus back then, and so they would go to like office buildings and have class. They'd have class in schools and elementary schools, and he was part of the first class, or they were the part of the first class that got to vote on the colors of the school. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, because we were raised better than this, but back then, I guess in the 70s, the Packers were really good, and so, I know. So, for some reason, the student body voted on green and gold as the colors, and then the Chaparral came about because they were racing from, and a Chaparral is a roadrunner, they're racing from class to class, going from building to building, so that's kind of the little history there for you. So since then, dropping the gold, that's probably good. All right, so back on track here. So wearing the green and gold on the field and representing this amazing college. I'd like to thank Jane Vatchow for this honor and for creating the College of DuPage Hall of Fame, recognizing these amazing athletes and coaches who contributed to the success of their COD programs. I'd also like to thank the incomparable Deb DiMatteo. This is a tough act to follow. It's really hard to follow Coach Deb, but thank you for the nomination. Thank you to Michelle Campese Moffitt for your amazing induction speech. Here tonight are many friends, family members, teammates, coaches. Some of you traveled great distances tonight, and I'm so grateful for you to be here. My in-laws are here. Sister-in-law Tiff and mother-in-law Marcia came in from Dixon and Amboy. And then my aunt, uncle, and cousins are here from Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm very grateful for them. I am blessed to have an amazing support system. My aunt and uncle are also here, and just tons of friends and family. Our neighbors are here. So I'm just blessed with so many great people to help support me. It really means a lot that you're here. To my family, my stepdaughter Kaylee is the family's third generation College of DuPage student. She just began her degree in interior design, and we feel like it should be renamed to architectural design because she's really an architect. But we're very proud of her accomplishments so far. And my stepson Evan is here. He's a sophomore now at Yorkville High School. He plays saxophone in the band and runs track. And then our daughter Grace. Oh, and Evan, we're proud of your accomplishments too. Then to our daughter Grace, who just wrapped up her fourth grade year, and coincidentally, her fourth grade teacher was also a former College of DuPage softball player. So it just keeps going. And Grace enjoys playing the violin, softball, and volleyball. And we're proud of her accomplishments so far too. Sorry. Many of the, I also coached Grace's softball team, as it was mentioned in Michelle's speech, third and fourth graders, but many of them I've coached since kindergarten. They bring a new energy to the game I love. I'm having a blast coaching these little ones. Last night they came and yard signed our yard and put up balloons of Hall of Fame, so very appreciative of the community, and they're so cute. I'm sure they'd all would have loved to be here tonight. Okay. Next to my Michael. Thank you for your love and support through our life together. I truly appreciate you joining me on this softball journey. You probably never thought you'd watch so much softball in your whole life, but you do it, and you do it for me. You even proposed on the softball field. You probably thought I would never get a chance any other time, so. He proposed after one of our sectional wins at Glenbard South, and so all the girls were there and parents, and it was a great celebration and a great cap off to an awesome season. And that was the 2012 season, so we ended up winning state that year. So it was a good year. I understand that being a spouse of a coach is not easy. There are many late nights and uncertainty when the coach will return home. And even when the coach gets home, our minds are often still on the team or on the players. I recognize it can be difficult, and I'm grateful for the space that you give me to pursue my passion. You truly understand me, and I love you, Michael. To my sis, Lisa. Little Mort. Thanks for being my best friend. Thanks for making it easy on mom and dad and just playing softball too. Thanks for playing the only position I could not do, which was pitcher. Thank you for your support and everything that we do for our family. Lisa also helps coach our softball team, third and fourth graders, because like I said, I don't pitch. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you for being a steady confidant and for always listening when I need to talk. Our bond is unbreakable, filled with inside jokes and shared goals. During both joyful moments and tough times, you are always by my side, reminding me I'm never alone. I can't imagine my life without you. To my parents, Dave and Linda, they started it all. There's a little bit of a family controversy. When my parents met at College of DuPage, it was at a party. And Dad says that he was really tired from COD football practice, and he kind of passed out to take a little nap under my mom's chair. My mom says, no, that's not really the true story. Your dad just kind of passed out. But anyway, that chance meeting at that party grew into a relationship, and lucky for us, in 1998, I was born. So, what can I say, Mom and Dad? You gave a girl a softball, and look what happened. Thank you for your unwavering support in my life. Your encouragement has always fueled my drive to succeed and inspired me to strive for excellence both on and off the field. I remember my parents always being there. My dad coached all of mine and Lisa's sports, both softball and soccer. I came home one day and said I wanted to play soccer. My dad said, soccer? I don't know anything about soccer. But he went to the library, he got some books, he taught himself how to coach soccer. And he coached every team after that. Mom was tasked with the taxi driver job and getting me to practice and getting across town to Ackerman. In high school and college, they attended as many games as they could and encouraged and celebrated wins and encouraged tough losses. Their guidance taught me valuable lessons about dedication, resilience, and importance in education. They never let me quit, even though I wanted to. Their beliefs and core values taught me how to be the best version of myself. Mom and Dad, your sacrifices are a huge part of why I stand here today. And I hope this honor reflects your role in my journey as much as it does mine. To my friends, thank you for supporting this journey and celebrating with me tonight. Some of you are lifelong friends in the crowd. Also, after you play softball, fast pitch, sometimes, you kind of are finished, and a retired softball player makes a really good slow pitch player. So there's some slow pitch players with me tonight. Where my boozers at? That was our team name. I'm grateful to have you and such a supportive community around me. Special shout out to Kirsten Beckford for making me a better softball player on and off the field, but most importantly, being a lifelong friend through thick and thin. When I got hired as a freshman coach at Glenbard South, Kirsten was my first call. I needed an assistant. I couldn't manage all these freshmen by myself, And Beckford came on with me, and she's continued to stay at Glenbard South even though I resigned in 2015. Beckford has continued to volunteer coach. She is not a paid coach for the past 20 plus years. To my coaches, I am blessed to have many great coaches in life. Thank you for seeing the potential in me even when I didn't see it in myself. You taught me how to lead, how to compete with integrity, and how to carry myself with purpose on and off the field. You made me a better athlete and a better person. Now for Coach Deb. Wendy, you took all my stories. So we'll try to skip around, but Deb was my first female coach as a softball player, and she was all business, and I was like, whoa. I think what stood out to me most about Deb was her softball IQ, her strategic coaching, and her knowledge of the rule book, as was discussed. And man, did she know that rule book. She knew it so well that we had so many calls overturned that other teams accused her of cheating. Many of us have Deb stories, and like I said, we used to tease Deb a lot. We used to say, like, her and George would go home and quiz each other on the rule book and stuff like that. And then another Deb story was when we were somewhere playing God's country. I have no idea where, far, far away, and I had a night class. And Deb's like, you have a night class? Why are you taking a night class? And I said, I don't know. It's the way it worked out in my schedule. So she's like, all right, I'm going to get you to your night class. So we're hightailing it home, and of course we get a flat tire. So we pull over, and Deb gets out, and she looks at the tire, and we have a double axle wheel, 2 wheels, whatever that means. And she's like, well, one of the wheels is still good, so we're going to keep going. So she got back on the highway, we got home, and I still had to go to class because she got me there on time. So thanks, Deb. Another Deb story was when I came back to coach with her after graduating, and we were down in Florida. She loved to take her teams to Disney, and so we got to play at the ESPN Sports Complex, and we're at the airport, and I always remember Coach Trench saying, hurry up, get in the van. I don't know where I'm going, and Deb's going to take off. And I just was like, we were always like, okay, whatever, put our stuff in the van and taking our time. Well, now the tables have turned, and now I'm the coach following Deb, and we load the van, and Deb takes off, and I have no idea where I'm going. And this is before GPS and before cell phones, and so I drove around a little bit of Orlando, but eventually found Deb and the hotel. So note to self, if you're ever caravanning with Deb, you better hurry up. All right. After graduating Illinois State in December, I came home and was subbing in the area. Deb contacted me to come coach with her at the College of DuPage, and I was excited to see the ins and outs of Deb's operation. I learned so much from her, many of the drills and strategies I still use today. Deb inspired me to be a strong, confident leader. Unfortunately, I don't think I've learned the rule book as much as her yet, but I'm trying. Yes, that's right. To my teammates, I'm not standing here today without you. And what I mean is without your terrible throws making me look good at first base. Just kidding. Back in 1996, we took the field. I came to COD. I'm like, I want to play. And Deb, came to a couple of games at Glenbard South and was making sure I was coming there. And I'm like, Deb, don't worry about it. I saw some familiar faces when I walked onto that field, and Danny DiMatteo and Kelly Poppleton. We grew up playing in Glen Ellyn softball together and travel softball together. So seeing those two familiar faces made it a little easy to start fresh on the field. Next, I see Justine Gasperi, Michelle from Addison Trail, Michelle Campisi from Downers Grove South, and Carrie Kavanaugh from Downers Grove North. I recognize these girls from high school and summer ball. We had some epic battles versus their teams. Next, I see conference rival Susie Parkinson from Glenbard East, the blonde bombshell Hope Zinke from Wheaton North, and Tammy Smith from Glenbard North. Because our conference was so tightly matched, I knew these girls very well, and I thought myself, wow, we're going to be good. Bevan Henry from Fenton, I knew from my summer ball team, and she wasn't at practice yet. She was busy getting into a fender bender with a college professor on the way to practice. But she eventually made it, and we got down to business. Again, looking around the field, I thought that I better up my game because these girls are tough. Turns out that in 1996-97, our team was very successful, and we ended up just short of the national title. Second in the nation is great, but as a player, it can be a tough pill to swallow. So from that point on, all I could think about was that I wanted a national title, and that was going to be extremely tough because we were going to have to do it without Danny, Kelly, Susie, and Hope. So in 1997 and 98, Deb reloaded with some new players. That season resulted in the national championship. Not only did we win and find success on the field, but we built relationships off the field. I think that bond had a lot to do with our success. This award is not just mine alone. I share it with every teammate who stood beside me through the highs, the heartbreaks, the unforgettable wins. You pushed me to be better. You held me accountable. You made the game the way it was supposed to be, challenging, joyful, and unforgettable. Thank you for being not just my teammates, but also my friends. Shaps. Sorry, just a little bit, I promise. The College of DuPage not only gave me a place to play the sport I love, but most importantly gave me a fantastic education. It was the bridge between high school and Illinois State University. I felt supported in my educational efforts by the advisory department, teachers, coaches, and administrators. During the softball season and postseason, you would often see Dr. Miller, Coach Zimick, and Coach Mitchell in the stands cheering us on. That kind of support meant the world to me and my teammates. This induction is a celebration of so many people who walked this path with me. I'm proud of what we achieved together, and I always carry this honor with deep appreciation. Thank you to the College of DuPage and everyone who made this journey meaningful. I'm forever grateful. Thank you.